Chapter 871 Cowardly Son. Qiaonan smiled softly at Shi Qing, who was resting. She insisted on taking the train as she had to be considerate of her father's feelings. Shi Qing, who was the daughter of a rich family, could have her pick of going by private car or plane. However, she chose to be cramped inside the train with her. What is there to look at? Will you feel cooler by looking at me? Shi Qing sensed that Qiaonan was looking apologetically at her. She opened her eyes and turned to the other side. All right, if you feel apologetic, you should treat me better in the future. What was wrong with Qiaonan? They were close friends. It did not matter to sit on a train with her. In the past, when she was in the army with her father, she had been through all kinds of hardships. She remembered that she had to wear long cotton shirts and pants during the hot summer. It was so warm that her clothes were drenched. If she tried harder, she would be able to wring droplets of perspiration from her clothes. She had been through all of these. To her, taking a ride on a train was nothing. Qiaonan cupped her chin. Okay, I will be better to you in the future. All right, don't read on the train. It is not good for the eyes. When you reach the school, I am sure that given your personality, you will make use of every chance to study without stopping to rest. You should rest as much as you can now. Shi Qing sat up, giving Qiaonan a piece of advice. Regardless of whether you do it for yourself or for Brother's Eye, you must not give yourself too much pressure. You are still young. If you want to spend more time learning, you still have lots of time. I don't understand. Why are you so hard on yourself every day? Qiaonan was about to become the perpetual motion machine of learning. Qiaonan might not feel exhausted, but she felt uneasy on her behalf. Ha ha ha, don't worry. I know. Qiaonan smiled heartily. Don't brush me off. I am not. If not, why did you agree so readily? Qiaonan narrowed her eyes. Don't you know that after we go to college, there will be a lot of social practice activities? In order to have good results, I must not spend all my time at school, poring over the books. Instead, I have to find the right opportunity to explore and participate in all kinds of social activities. Shi Qing pursed her lips. Have you already decided on the social practice activities that you want to take part in? More or less? Qiaonan lay down like Shi Qing. You should know what my interests and strengths are. We will be studying at a college in the capital. You should know better than me about the situation in the capital. I understand. Qiaonan's interest and strength were in English language. City B was the capital of China. There were a lot of places of historic interest and scenic beauty that were worth visiting. Besides domestic tourists, many foreigners would visit these places. There was a high demand for English-speaking interpreters and temporary guides. It was indeed a good opportunity for social practice. It was very suitable for Qiaonan. Qiaonan had already decided on what she was going to do in her 4 years in college. What about her? Don't worry about it. You may not be as good as me in English, but your English standard is pretty high. If you don't have any ideas, you can join me. Qiaonan asked Shi Qing to join her in her social practice activities. She always felt that Shi Qing was not the kind of girl who would take the usual path. College was merely a transition period for Shi Qing to calm down and to have a clearer idea of the path that she wanted to take in life. Qiaonan, can you tell? Shi Qing lowered her voice. I can't tell, but I can sense it, Qiaonan replied. I am unconvinced. So what if I am a girl? Why am I being looked down upon by others? Shi Qing continued. Qiaonan was indeed her bosom friend. Qiaonan was aware of what was on her mind. She only came to realize it recently and gradually figured out which path she wanted to take in the future. Qiaonan, I know that this is not an easy path and that it bristles with thorns. Perhaps many people will be waiting to watch my failure as I walk down this path. But I won't give up without trying. I know what my interests and strengths are. Xiao Nan lay on her side and looked at Shi Qing's profile. There was a sorrowful but determined expression on her face. You are still young. You have the opportunity to make mistakes and fail. If you have thought it through, just go ahead and do it. Don't hesitate, and don't have any regrets. It is good to act impulsively once in a while. Why not? Is that why you want me to join you in your social practice? Yes. It will save you some effort. Xiao Nan let out a long sigh. Actually, you should not be going to Peking University. You should go to a military academy. Your results are good enough to go to a military academy. I am sorry that you have to waste 4 years of your time because of me. Hey, don't apologize to me. It was my dad who promised Brother Zai that I go to Peking University. My dad and Brother Zai are jackals of the same tribe. They are not innocent folks. Brother Zai wanted her to keep a watch on Xiao Nan so that she would not fall for other men's tricks. Her father must be aware of what was on his daughter's mind. He decided to cut the Gordian knot and make a decision for her, thinking that it was for her best interests. Unfortunately, she was not someone who would go according to other people's wishes. This time, her father was wrong. Shi Peng was bent on choosing a bright and easy path for his daughter. But he did not know that the two young ladies had conspired for his daughter to take the difficult military path. As soon as Shi Qing got down from the train, the first thing she did was to look for a public phone. Crap, you are a man. Why are you so wishy-washy in picking up the phone? Zhu Baoqiu turned grim. If the phone belonged to him, he would smash the phone in his hand. Do you still have the cheek to give me a call? They were desk mates in their final 3rd year. They got to know each other and became friends through their fights with each other. Shi Qing knew that he liked Xiao Qiao, but she never expressed openly or hinted to him that Xiao Qiao had a boyfriend and that he was Zai Sheng. It was only until the college entrance examination ended and Xiao Qiao was getting engaged to Zai Sheng did he know the truth. The one thing Zhu Baoqiu resented and detested the most was that he did not have a chance to fight for the first love that he realized belatedly, and he was taken to the car and sent to the army for a month under his father's orders. By the time he left the army, it was the time where the military academy started school. Zhu Baoqiu was sent to different places by his father right from the start. He did not have any freedom. It is useless to be angry. If you dare to do anything now, it will be destroying a military marriage. Not only will you destroy your future, but you will implicate your dad as well. He is a hero in the army. Chapter 872 An unexplainable feeling of dislike. But it is already a disgrace for your dad to have such a cowardly son. Zhu Baoqiu might have a big temper, but Shi Qing had a nasty temper as well. Don't try to act fierce in front of me. You do not know your limitation, yet you dare to yell at me. Stop disgracing yourself. Don't tell me your dad did not have a talk with you. Brother Zai has stronger feelings for Xiao Nan than you do. He is more capable than you and he has a higher position than you. In terms of looks, build, and character, there is no way that you can be compared to Brother Zai. I am not trying to put you down. But given your qualifications, how are you supposed to vie with Brother Zai? You are simply selfish. Xiao Nan has such a difficult life. Ever since she knows you, she helps you in every way that she can. But what can you help her with? You can't help her at all and you don't want her to find a man who can help her. You are unreasonable. Zhu Baoqiu clenched his teeth in anger. I may not have the ability right now, but it does not mean that I will not be capable in the future. How could his father and Shi Qing look down on him? He was a man, and he was working hard to grow into a stronger person. One day, he would be able to become the man who could shelter Xiao Qiao from the harsh world, not letting any harm befall her. Yes, you will be able to do all these in the future. But can Xiao Nan wait until then? If she is to rely on you, today, Xiao Nan will not be getting off the train, getting ready to go to school. Instead, she will be poring over her 3rd year books, preparing to retake her exams. You said that you liked Jiao Nan, but is that how you like her? You did not know that Jiao Nan was being bullied. After she was bullied, you could only watch helplessly as she missed the most important exams of her life and had to waste another year to retake it. Jiao Nan has no other choice but to be plotted against and bullied by others. Is it right that she suffers with you? Is it wrong of her to be with others who can help her walk an easier path? Why are you so shameless? It was a pity that Zhu Baoqiu was not right in front of her. Otherwise, she would give him a thrashing. His brain must have been damaged. What Shi Qing said was the cold, hard truth. Although Zhu Baoqiu turned green with anger, he had no way to rebut her. All right, I won't waste my time on you. Give me a copy of your study materials. I also want a copy of your lesson notes. I don't care if you copy it by hand or photocopy it. I just need the lesson notes. Send them to me after you are done. By the way, take down my address. Don't send it to the wrong address. Lastly, make sure that the lesson notes are comprehensive. If you are too lazy to take notes, just get me someone else's notes. On what grounds? Just because you gave me a lashing and I am supposed to listen to you. Zhu Baoqiu sneered. He had fallen out of love. He was unhappy and unwilling to do these. He was particularly unwilling to help Shi Qing. Shi Qing smiled grimly. Refused to cooperate. I won't cooperate. Although it was the hard truth, he was upset and heartbroken. These people caused him to lose the chance to fight for Xiao Qiao's love, yet they wanted his help. Shi Qing scolded him for being shameless. He felt that Shi Qing was the most shameless person in the world. Fine, let's wait and see. Shi Qing slammed the phone. Jiao Nan, who kept a watch on their luggage, wiped her beads of perspiration. Do you intend to force Zhu Baoqiu to help you after being so selfish toward him? Shi Qing flicked her hair confidently. It may not be easy to get other people to obey me, but it is simple to make Zhu Baoqiu submit to me. I will give Chief Zhu a call to get hold of Zhu Baoqiu's school address and class. By then, I will show him who the boss is. When did you become so close with Chief Zhu? Jiao Nan was surprised. Shi Qing sounded as if she was Chief Zhu's daughter, while Zhu Baoqiu was an outsider. Shi Qing smiled cockily. This is my charm. You won't understand. Jiao Nan gave Shi Qing a thumbs up. You are fabulous. But shall we report to the school right now? After Shi Qing solved her problem, they did not delay any further. They used the fastest speed to go to Peking University. Since it was the day the freshmen would report to the school, there were a lot of male and female seniors who stood at the entrance of Peking University to welcome their juniors. No thanks. Many seniors offered to help Shi Qing with the luggage, but she rejected all of them. She acted like a tough lady who carried two people's luggage all by herself, walking steadily toward the teaching block. Jiao Nan, let's go to pay our school fees. Jiao Nan wiped the sweat off Shi Qing's forehead. Give me the luggage. I can pull it by myself. Do you see yourself as a bull? Miao Jing bought the luggage for Jiao Nan. It had two wheels at the bottom. Although Jiao Nan did not have the strength to lift it, she was able to pull it along with her. All right, the path over here is slightly smoother and there are no stairs. You can pull it by yourself. The pavement at the school was not as rough and there were not many staircases. She thus returned the luggage to Jiao Nan. Have you checked out where to pay the school fees? Yes. Shall I lead the way? Sure. You can walk in front. I will follow behind. Ching ching. Shi Qing and Jiao Nan had only walked a few steps before someone called them out loud, stopping Shi Qing in her tracks. The two of them turned and Jiao Nan saw three unfamiliar faces looking at her. There were an elderly couple and a middle-aged woman. The three of them had the same expression on their faces: dissatisfaction and heartache. Jiao Nan sensed that they were dissatisfied with her, while their hearts ached for Shi Qing. The elderly couple walked quickly toward them. Ching Ching, it is good to be helpful, but we should act according to one's ability. It is such a hot day. You will get sunburns from standing under the sun. My heart aches for you. Look at you. You are drenched in perspiration. Your dad is too much. Why did he insist to let you go through all these sufferings? He wouldn't listen no matter what I said. Ching Ching, let grandpa carry them for you. Have some drink first. Feng Cheng helped Shi Qing put down the luggage before opening a bottle of water and passing it to Shi Qing to hydrate herself. Although she looked composed, she seemed to be checking out Xiao Nan. There was a glint of displeasure in her eyes. Grandpa, Grandma, Mom. Why are all of you here? Shi Qing drank a few mouthfuls of water before she greeted her family. Ha ha ha, my granddaughter is the top science scorer in the college entrance examination this year. How can we not be present on the day she reports to Peking University? Old Master Feng smiled. He looked to be in good health. At the mention of Shi Qing's results, pride and satisfaction were evident in his tone. Ching Ching, why didn't you give us a call beforehand? Grandma Feng looked at Shi Qing with an incredulous look on her face. If you gave us a call beforehand, we would get the chauffeur to fetch you. It is such a hot day. There is no hurry to go to school. You should rest for a night at home before reporting to school tomorrow. Ching Ching, how about you go back with us now and I will make good food for you. Chapter 873 How could it be the same? As soon as Shi Qing's family appeared, they surrounded Shi Qing and pushed Xiao Nan away from Shi Qing quietly. The Feng family inquired after Shi Qing's well-being one after another. Xiao Nan stared at the sunny weather. She blinked and walked quietly to the side, finding shelter under the tree. She took out a scented paper fan and started to fan herself. Why was the Feng family displeased with her? Shi Qing drank a few mouthfuls of water and seemed to be recharged. Grandpa, Grandma, Mom, there is no need to be worried. I am fine. Since I have reached the school, I have to go directly to the office to report. I won't be going home for the time being. I will go back during the National Day holiday. Why are you in such a rush? Grandma Feng was upset. You finally returned to the capital and you will be studying in the capital for 4 years. There is no need to hurry to report to the school. Stay at my house for a night. I will make good food for you. The elderly couple in the Feng family had more than one child, but Feng Cheng was their only daughter. She was treated very well in the Feng family. Feng Cheng had 2 elder brothers. They each had a son. Feng Cheng and Shi Qing were the only 2 females in the entire Feng family. Everyone in the family, including the elderly couple and the cousins, doted on Shi Qing very much. Grandma, I am already in the capital. I will have lots of time to accompany you. 1 or 2 days will not make a difference. Shi Qing was amused. Grandma, it is such a hot day. I should hurry to report to school and then take a rest in the dormitory. It was too hot standing under the sun. Xiao Nan was already standing in the shade of a tree. Xiao Nan, you are such a disloyal friend. Hurry up, let's go. Shi Qing waved for Xiao Nan to stand next to her. Grandpa, Grandma, Mom, this is my best friend Xiao Nan. I will bring her home next time and I will introduce her to all of you formally. I have to report to school with her now. Xiao Nan had no choice but to come out from the shade. She bowed to the 3 elders. How are you? All right. Since you want to report to the school, we will accompany you. Let Grandpa carry the bag for you. The Feng family refused to leave. Since Shi Qing insisted on not going home, they had to accompany her to report to school and check out the dormitory that she was staying in. If it was unsatisfactory, given the Feng family's status in the capital, they would be able to make some other arrangements before school started. To other people, the capital had steep housing prices. Students had no place to go and had to stay in school. The rental fees were a high expense for students as well as the Beijing drifters who already had a job. Shi Qing was different. As long as she wanted to live somewhere else, the Feng family was able to find her a more comfortable place near Peking University for her to freely live in. Among all the elders that Jiaonan had seen, Old Master Feng was the only one who was less ferocious but more scholarly. Old Master Feng pulled the luggage from Shi Qing, insisting on carrying it for her. Grandma Feng did not idle around as well. She noticed the bags that Shi Qing had been carrying and she felt sorry for her. Look at the small hands of yours. They have turned red from carrying the bags. Your dad is too much. Why would you need to bring so many things with you to study at Peking University? You only need to bring yourself along. If there is anything that you need, we will get them ready for you. No matter how rare the item is, your 2 uncles and 2 elder brothers will be able to get them for you. Jiaonan smoothed her hair. She had confirmed once again that the Feng family was very displeased with her. Shi Qing, you can have a good chat. I will report to the school first. All of these are mine. It has been hard on you. Given Shi Qing's family background, the Shi family or the Feng family had more than enough money to provide for her. Most of the bags belonged to Jiaonan. They did not belong to Shi Qing. Jiaonan was certain that the Feng family knew it as well. Therefore, the Feng family said those words on purpose. Shi Qing, thank you. Jiaonan took her bags from Shi Qing. She smiled politely at the Feng family before leaving without any hesitation. The Feng family did not like her, and she would not get in their way either. The Feng family did not expect that Jiaonan would admit that those were her bags and leave right away. They thought that Jiaonan would be embarrassed by their words or ashamed and thus unable to show her face. They did not expect her to be so calm and composed. Old Master Feng frowned. His heart sank. It was no wonder that Zai Sheng was engaged to this young lady. She was a smart lady. Qing was not her match. You are such a foolish child. You don't even know that you have been bullied by her. As soon as Jiaonan left, Grandma Feng made known her displeasure toward Jiaonan. Since a young age, we never allow you to do these manual chores. We doted on and pampered you, yet you are treated like a coolie by an outsider. Aren't you a fool? With that, Grandma Feng grabbed Shi Qing's hands and massaged them. Are you in pain? Hey, Shi Qing finally came back to her senses. Were those words directed at Jiaonan? Why? This was the first time that her grandparents and her mother saw Jiaonan. Why would they be so displeased with her? Why? Because of this. Grandma Feng pinched Shi Qing's palm that had turned red. Feng Cheng frowned. Did your dad teach you all this? Did he teach his daughter that soldiers must serve the people and work hard for the people? As his wife, she would support everything that Shi Peng did, but she would not allow him to teach her daughter the same ways. It has nothing to do with Dad. Mom, you sound as if you are displeased with Dad. Shi Qing was unhappy. What's wrong with me? When I trained in the army, my arms turned redder than this before. Back when Chu Chenexai went to Modu and insisted that I went as well, I was the one who helped carry her bags. It was just that back then, Feng Cheng did not complain in front of Chu Chenexai and Qi Minlin that Shi Qing had hurt her arms from carrying the bags. She only helped massage Shi Qing's hands when they were not around. Shi Qing was younger back then and did not have as much physical strength as now. She had not gone through the training in the army and her hands were small and smooth. There were no calluses at all. Now, although Shi Qing had helped Jiaonan carry her bags, her hands were not painful. It was not a big deal to carry these bags. It is not the same. Feng Cheng looked awkward and stiff. A term used to describe people without Beijing registered residents who have migrated to Beijing from other places in China seeking opportunities and a better life. Chapter 874 The Silver Ring That Was Looked Down Upon by Others. No matter what, Chu Chenexai is your cousin. We are relatives. It is okay to help the family, but it is foolish to help outsiders. Alright, what you said can only deceive a 3-year-old kid. There is no way that I will be cajoled now. Shi Qing shook her head. It is getting late. I have to report to the school and pay the school fees. The two elderly of the Feng family sighed. Their granddaughter was great except that she was too upright and was influenced by their son-in-law. She refused to listen to the family. Come. Let's complete the procedures for admission. We drove the car here. Although you won't be going home for the night, how about having a meal at home? Sure. With her family around, particularly Elder Feng, Shi Qing took a shorter time to complete her admission procedures. Other freshmen needed to queue up, while Shi Qing could skip the queue. Therefore, by the time Shi Qing had completed the admission procedures, Qiaonan was only halfway through. Although they did not belong to the same course, they still bumped into each other along the way. Qiaonan passed some brochures to Shi Qing. Take a look at this. When the military training is over, various clubs and unions in the school will start to recruit new members. Participating in clubs is considered part of social practice as well. Take a good look and see which interests you the most. I have highlighted several of them in red just now. You can use it as a reference. Have you made a decision? Yes. Qiaonan did not intend to join a lot of clubs. After all, no one would have so much time and effort to join so many clubs. Sure, I will. Shi Qing was about to say that she would choose those clubs that Qiaonan had highlighted for her. However, she was reminded that her family seemed to have some misunderstanding toward Qiaonan and stopped herself immediately. All right, I will consider carefully. Okay. After passing the brochure to Shi Qing, Qiaonan nodded politely to her family and went off without another word. She did not even ask whether she had completed her admission procedures or what she intended to do next. Grandma Feng seemed to be slightly displeased. No matter how emboldened she is, she has to owe it to others for having what she has today. The teenagers nowadays, they only thought of getting in through the back door and did not understand that they must be down to earth. Shi Qing massaged her temples. Didn't we say that we are going back for dinner? I am hungry. Shall we go now? Shi Qing's initial plan was indeed to go back to the Feng family's residence today. She had 2 cousins, and both were males. One of them had a career in politics while another was a businessman. They had connections and networks in the capital. Shi Qing's intention was to bring Qiaonan to the Feng family's residence and introduce her to them. If anything happened while she was not around, and Qiaonan could not solve it by herself, the Feng family could help her with it. However, Shi Qing did not bring up her plan of bringing Qiaonan with her. At the very least, before she found out the reason behind the Feng family's animosity toward Qiaonan and had a solution to it, she could not bring her home. Sure. Let's go back now. You can take a shower and change into new clothes. Look, you are drenched in perspiration. The elderly couple in the Feng family were glad that their maternal granddaughter was going back home. Feng Cheng drove the car to the school today. Therefore, she was in charge of driving all of them back to the Feng family's residence. The elderly couple of the Feng family doted on Shi Qing. They sat in the back seat of the car, on each side of her, asking about her life in Pingcheng for the past 2 years. They wanted to know whether she led a good life and whether she ate well and slept well. Shi Qing answered each of their questions patiently, but she was actually wondering about the reason behind her family's animosity toward Qiaonan. They were, in fact, impolite toward Qiaonan. This was not what someone would do to an ordinary stranger. Shi Qing told herself that she must get to the bottom of it. As for Qiaonan, she had forgotten about the matter. Qiaonan had finally settled everything and wiped her dormitory clean. She was drenched in perspiration from doing all the chores. The electric fan on the ceiling made buzzing sounds in the background, blowing warm air into the room. Qiaonan took out some new clothes. She turned on the tap and started to bathe. By the time Jiaonan came out from her shower, the 3 other roommates that she would be sharing the dormitory with for the rest of her 4 years of college had arrived. "Hi, you are early. You have already taken your shower." One of them wore a floral print dress. She looked cheery as she took the initiative to talk to Jiaonan. "Hi, I am from Zhongchuan. I am Yu Xiao Xiao. Let's look out for each other in our 4 years in college. I am Lu Yan. I am Tang Jiayun. Hi, I am Jiaonan." The 4 of them began to tidy their luggage after introducing themselves. Thankfully, each bed had one name pasted on it, so no one would fight for the bed that they wanted. Everyone was orderly and behaved properly. At least, on the first day that they met, no one threw any tantrums or complained about the living conditions in the dormitory. Jiaonan heaved a sigh of relief. She hoped that in her 4 years in college, the 4 of them would be able to get along peacefully with one another. She did not harbor any hopes that they would be able to get along as well as when she was in high school. "Hey, Jiaonan, you are wearing a ring. Is that an accessory?" Tang Jiayun had sharp eyes. She noticed that Jiaonan wore a ring on the ring finger of her left hand. "The ring looks beautiful and shiny. Is it a platinum ring?" There was a flicker in Jiaonan's eyes. She did not rush to deny it. "No, it is a silver ring. Silver rings may not be as expensive as platinum rings, but it is still very beautiful." Tang Jiayun smiled. "Can you take it out so that I can have a look?" Tang Jiayun liked to doll herself up. She loved to look at beautiful things. She knew that Jiaonan's ring was different and her attention was centered on her ring. Jiaonan refused with a smile. "That won't do. I promised someone else that I will never remove this ring." The silver ring was Jiaonan's engagement ring. Zai Sheng specially entrusted a veteran master to custom make the one and only ring in the world. Diamond platinum rings were, in fact, very popular nowadays. Zai Sheng's initial plan was to custom make a one and only diamond platinum ring for Jiaonan. But Jiaonan opposed it. To Jiaonan, since it was an engagement ring, she would not remove the ring once she put it on. She would only remove it in order to wear her wedding ring. However, she was a student, and she had to go through 4 years of college. She was there to study, not there to flaunt her wealth. If she wore the one and only diamond platinum ring to school, she would worry that her ring might be stolen. The discerning buyers would be able to tell what the good stuff was. Jiaonan did not want to be well known in school because of her ring. Zai Sheng wanted Jiaonan to have the best in the world, but Jiaonan's words did make sense. In the end, Zai Sheng changed his mind and accommodated Jiaonan's wishes. Instead of a diamond platinum ring, he gave her an ordinary pure silver ring. Chapter 875 I am taken. Promised someone? Why did that person forbid you from taking it off? Tang Jiayun seemed to have a brighter smile on her face. Jiaonan turned to organize her belongings. I am engaged. This is my engagement ring. Therefore, I cannot take it off. Since Tang Jiayun wanted to know, she would tell her the truth. She had no intention of hiding the fact that she was engaged. Tang Jiayun knew that it must be the case. She seemed more sincere in her next question. Why are you engaged at such a young age? Did your parents arrange it for you? No, I got to know the person myself. You are so capable. Tang Jiayun made a double-edged remark. Since Jiaonan was already engaged at such a young age, it meant that she had known that person a long time ago and was in a relationship during her years in high school, which was a crucial period for students. She was able to get the blessings of the two families and became engaged. She was indeed capable. Tang Jiayun even suspected that Jiaonan might have been intimate with that man. If not, there was no need for her to find someone from her hometown who was not as good as her. She was already a student at Peking University. She would be able to get a good job after she graduated and she would have lots of suitors. Of course, what was most capable about her roommate was that she was able to be in a relationship during the hectic years in high school and was able to do well and get into a good school like the Peking University. She barely survived the 3 years in high school. She was jealous of Jiaonan who had such different life experiences. But then again, Jiaonan, don't blame me for being a busybody. If you don't like what I said, just take it that I didn't say it. Tang Jiayun could not help but ask, now, you are a student at Peking University. I suppose your fiancé is not as capable as you. Why are you willing to be engaged to him? His family must be blessed with good fortune. Their son is engaged to you with something as simple as a silver ring. Silver ring was not as valuable. She might not have a fiancé, but she had lots of silver accessories at home. Xiaonan's fiancé might not be able to afford a diamond platinum ring, but he should have bought her a gold ring at least. Could it be that it was so easy to get a wife nowadays? It is already 5 o'clock. Shall we have dinner? Yu Xiaoxiao interrupted Tang Jiayun. I heard that the canteen serves delicious dishes. I am starved. Me too. Lu Yan added. Me too. Xiaonan joined in the conversation. Let's have dinner. Are you going as well? Yes. Tang Jiayun took her meal ticket. Not to be left behind by her roommates. School just started and the students had more free and easy time. Most of them would stick with their dormitory roommates at the beginning of the school year. Tang Jiayun did not want to be a loner and joined her dormitory roommates for dinner. Yu Xiaoxiao walked beside Jiaonan, whispering softly to her. Don't take what Tang Jiayun said to heart. Your ring is beautiful. The ring is not important. What matters is the person who gave you the ring. Jiaonan smiled lightly at the words of consolation. Thank you. Tang Jiayun might have looked down on the ring that Brother Zai gave her, but in fact, it was more expensive than a normal gold ring. Jiaonan smiled but did not say anything. She was relieved that she told Brother Zai to give her a silver ring instead of a diamond platinum ring. Jiaonan could tell that Tang Jiayun not only liked to look pretty, but she also liked to lean on money bags. Jiaonan looked toward Lu Yan. She was quiet and seldom talked. Jiaonan had no idea what type of person she was. It seemed that Yu Xiaoxiao was slightly easier to get along with. Once she reached Peking University, Jiaonan made phone calls to everyone concerned to assure them that she had reached safely. She bought a telephone card that came with a larger amount of stored values so as to make the phone calls. After she had called everyone, Jiaonan hesitated slightly. She was thinking of making a phone call to Zai Sheng's office. She was still hesitating when the phone rang. She looked at the familiar number and answered the phone in surprise. Brother Zai, how do you know? I have checked the days and know that you must have reached the school. Therefore, I made a call home first. Zai Sheng sounded tired. His voice was hoarse and he seemed to be in pain. How is it at school? Jiaonan tensed up. Brother Zai, are you injured again? Zai Sheng sounded different from usual. Jiaonan was reminded of the time when he was injured. It is a small injury. Don't worry. I don't believe you. You don't believe me? If so, do you want to come back to Pingcheng to take a look? Zai Sheng smiled softly. Jiaonan blushed at his words. Jiaonan massaged her ears that felt numb. She took a deep breath before saying, Brother Zai, stop playing dumb. There is no way that I can go back. But Mom is in Pingcheng. She can check on you. Besides, I am at school. Peking University is one of the top schools in China. Everything is good over here. If you are unwell, you should rest more. I am doing fine. I may not be able to join the military training this time. Zai Sheng felt reluctant. I have some matters to handle. It is a naughty problem. I won't be able to leave for the time being. Jiaonan could not help but roll her eyes. It's fine that you cannot make it. She did not insist that Brother Zai must go to all of her military training. Don't you feel sad? Of course. Qiaonan lied blatantly. After being with Zai Sheng for such a long time, she knew his temper well. Instead of falling for his trap, she would rather behave herself. If you are here, we can spend more time with each other. Brother Zai, I miss you. You must take care of yourself and rest well so that I can have peace of mind and concentrate on my studies. You must also be extra careful when you go on missions in the future. Try to minimize the chances of being injured. Qiaonan would say whatever that Zai Sheng liked to hear. Zai Sheng was a patient. No matter what, the patient's needs were the top priority. It was important to pacify and appease Zai Sheng. Don't think of taking off the ring. Don't worry. I did not take it off. It will not be long before everyone knows that I am taken. Qiaonan was engaged. She had no wish to waste any more time on other men. If Tang Jiayun was willing to spread the word for her, she would be glad as lesser people would pester her. Qiaonan still remembered that when she went through the admission procedures this morning, several seniors wanted to help her with her luggage and asked about her course of study, which class she was in, and her name. The seniors who helped her might not be interested in Qiaonan, but there was still the possibility that some of them had other agendas. Chapter 876 Ask Qiaonan for help. Zai Sheng turned solemn. It is better to distance yourself from such a person. Don't get too close with her. We are in the same dormitory. How do I distance myself from her? As long as you don't hinder her way, there is no need for you to keep a distance. She will not be close to you when there is not a necessity. Zai Sheng knew right away from what Qiaonan said that there was someone who had a desire to beat others and vie with each other for glamour. Their engagement was a personal matter. Qiaonan did not have other hidden agendas. Other people should not spread information about someone else's privacy as well. Although Zai Sheng had no experience in dealing with such people, it was easy for him to figure out their mindsets. Zai Sheng had a rough idea of what was on these people's minds. All right, I will listen to you. Qiaonan agreed readily. I have told you about my situation at school. Shouldn't you have a good rest now? You are injured. How about Sister Zai Hua? Is she all right? Zai Sheng shot a cold look at Zai Hua, who was beside him. She looked guilt-stricken as if she was a dog that was abandoned, a pitiful look on her face. Don't worry. She is alive and kicking. She is very energetic. Okay. Have a good rest. I will hang up now. Qiaonan knew that if she did not take the initiative to end the call, Zai Sheng would keep on chatting with her and it would hinder his recovery. Therefore, she hung up the phone right away. Zai Sheng did not have a chance to say anything else. Zai Sheng hung up the phone when he heard the dial tone on the other side of the phone. I am sorry, Zai Hua said immediately. If not for me, you would not be hurt. Go out to write a letter of repentance. Zai Hua, if you commit the same mistake again, my camp will not have such a soldier like you. Zai Sheng was very serious. Back then, he did not give any leeway to Wei Dai, and now, he would not be lenient to Zai Hua either. His family and the camp were two different matters. Zai Hua affected the camp because of her personal reasons. Zai Sheng could never tolerate or forgive her. Zai Hua, if your stand is not firm, and you are not determined, you are not suitable to continue being a soldier. Take off your military uniform. I will not stop you from doing whatever you want in the future. I will not care how well you perform either. It is not up to me to do that. But right now, you are still in your military uniform. You are still a soldier. Therefore, I will never allow you to make such a stupid mistake. Zai Hua's eyes turned red. I understand. Write the letter of repentance now and receive your punishment afterward. Do you need me to state the amount of physical exercises that you have to do for your punishment? No. Then, what are you waiting for? Unless you finish the physical exercises, you won't be having dinner today. Zai Hua, as your superior, let me warn you again. If you behave in such a manner again, scram before I lose my temper." Zai Sheng was worried that there would be a day he would not be able to control his temper and would give Zai Hua a good thrashing. "I know." Zai Hua sniffed. There was no need for Zai Sheng to reprimand her. She was shocked at what happened this time. She had exposed her location because of her negligence and was discovered by the enemy. The bullet made a sound when it flew past her ear. Zai Hua still remembered that sound until now. If Zai Sheng did not leap forward in the nick of time to save Zai Hua, she would be the one lying on the bed now. If she had been hit by the bullets, it would have cost her her life. Zai Hua was afraid of death like any other people. Apart from putting herself in danger, she had exposed her position because of such a small blunder and put her comrades in a dangerous situation. If not for Zai Sheng, who reacted quickly such that the enemy had no time to plan an attack, Zai Hua and the comrades that were near her would have perished together. Even if Zai Sheng did not lose his temper this time, Zai Hua was aware that she had committed a very serious mistake. When she was carrying out the mission, she was in a daze because she was thinking about her relationship with Wei Dai. In the end, it resulted in such grave circumstances. Zai Hua had turned green in fright. Even if Zai Sheng did not punish her, she would not be able to forgive herself. She was unable to shirk responsibilities and receive political cover from Zai Sheng. Zai Sheng frowned as Zai Hua went out to receive her punishment. He made a phone call to Zai Yayawai. The mission was halted. "Are we putting off the plans for now? Haste makes waste. This has been dragging on for a long period of time. It is expected that the mission would fail this time. It was a pity that they missed such a good opportunity. It would be a surprise if they succeeded." However, he was still disappointed that they had failed the mission. "Chief, I am willing to take full responsibility for the failure in this mission. It is my fault for not disciplining my subordinates well and committing such mistakes, affecting the entire plan. Therefore, I am willing to accept any punishment that the party or the organization meets. Someone had to take responsibility for this incident. We are in a discussion. When there is an outcome, I will notify you." Even though Zai Sheng was his son, Zai Yayawai still went by the law. "Yes, Chief. All right, you should work on nursing your injuries. Before the results are out, the only thing you have to do is to nurse yourself back to health." Zai Yayawai understood that his son had taken the rap for his daughter. However, both his son and daughter had to bear responsibility for what happened this time. "Yes, Chief." Zai Sheng finally lay down to rest after ending the call. As he was exhausted and had lost a lot of blood due to his injuries, Zai Sheng fell asleep in no time. "Hello, Xiao Nan. It is me." Zai Hua called Xiao Nan to tell her what happened to Zai Sheng. Of course, her main purpose was to talk to someone and to ask Xiao Nan for help. "I have committed a grave mistake." Xiao Nan looked grim after Zai Hua told her everything. It was no wonder that brother Zai kept quiet about his injuries. It turned out that it was sister Zai Hua who caused him to be injured. "Are his injuries serious? Where did he hurt himself?" "His arms. The bullets were meant for me. Zai Sheng used his arms to wrap around my head. Therefore, his arms were hit by the bullets." "Has he undergone surgery?" "Yes." Zai Hua choked up with tears. "I am sorry." Xiao Nan sighed. "There is no need to apologize to me or brother Zai. As your comrade, even if you make a mistake, brother Zai won't leave you in the lurch. Moreover, you are his sister. However, you can never commit this mistake again." Luckily, brother Zai only injured his arms. His arms will recover in no time after the surgery. But if he is seriously injured and there are other complications, there is no use in giving me a call. Unless you give the deities a call, everything that you do will be useless. Chapter 877. Hope that you can do it. Needless to say, what happened this time was definitely due to Wei Dai. Zai Hua was not a new recruit who carried out her first mission. She definitely did not make such mistakes because of anxiety or nervousness. Brother Zai told her that on the day they had their engagement dinner, Sister Zihua refused to marry Wei Dai. Although she seemed to be very firm, she was, in fact, indecisive and full of hesitation. If Sister Zihua had a firm attitude, Wei Dai would have been out of the picture long ago. I know. Zihua took a few deep breaths. She had yet to recover from her shock. She would regret it for the rest of her life if she had caused the death of her comrade. Since it was her brother that was implicated this time, she was all the more remorseful. Sister Zihua, the nature of your work is different from others. If you try to occupy yourself with work so as not to think about Wei Dai, you can't carry out missions wholeheartedly. It is better that you don't carry out any mission. It'd be better to spend time training in the army than carrying out missions. Given Sister Zihua's condition, she was risking her comrades and her life. Workaholics would only exhaust themselves, but for people like Zihua who had special careers, if anything went wrong, it would cost the lives of many other comrades who were with her. You can rest assured. I understand. Xiao Nan could tell that Zihua was frightened and full of remorse from her heavy breathing that was heard over the phone. Since Zihua was already very apologetic and Zai Sheng, the party concerned, did not take issue with her, Xiao Nan had no right to be brusque with her. Sister Zihua, habits could be worrisome at times. You are used to having Wei Dai in your life and you can't stop thinking about him. It is difficult and painful to stop this habit of yours. At times, the more that you want to stop thinking about something, the more you will think of it. Perhaps humans just have this flaw. But you have to get through the difficult times. Once you have calmed down, you will be able to stay objective when you consider your relationship with Wei Dai. But before that, it is unsuitable for you to do other tasks. Particularly the missions in the army. Because of Wei Dai, Zihua committed a serious mistake and caused Zai Sheng to be injured. Zihua was her sister-in-law and she was already full of regrets. Xiao Nan could not reprimand her further. Although she could not lecture Zihua, she could vent her anger on Wei Dai. It was necessary for couples to have some time to think over their relationships. But if they spent too much time apart, it would eventually lead to their breakup. After all, love was always a moment of passion and impulse, and as time passed, the strong feelings would fade, and in replace would be feelings of kinship. Xiao Nan decided to douse the flames of love between Wei Dai and Zihua even before they had been ignited. Once Zihua was serious about breaking up with Wei Dai, there was no way that Wei Dai could have his way in front of the Zai family. Xiao Nan did not persuade Zihua to give up her love for Wei Dai. She knew that although Zihua was displeased with Wei Dai, she still could not bear to leave him. They had been together for years. It was no wonder that Zihua could not make up her mind. All right, Zihua agreed readily. Right now, she still liked Wei Dai and could not stop thinking about him. But Zai Sheng was injured. Zihua knew that she had committed a grave mistake. Furthermore, Xiao Nan was Zai Sheng's fiancé. Therefore, Zihua would agree to anything that Xiao Nan asked of her so as to make up for the injuries that Zai Sheng sustained. Zihua would do whatever she could to make up to him. It was better than not being able to do anything. Sister Zihua, I am a woman as well. I understand how you must be feeling right now. Don't be angry with me for being a busybody. If you really want to calm down, here are some other suggestions. I suppose there will be new recruits at the camp this year. Firstly, concentrate on training the new recruits. Secondly, before you have calmed down, don't go back to Pingcheng or go home. No matter what happens at home, Brother Zai will be able to handle it. Thirdly, cut off all contact with Wei Dai during this period of time. Don't look for Wei Dai. If he goes to the camp to look for you, don't meet him. Are you able to do all of these? What if he makes a phone call? Don't answer. Xiao Nan realized that she was being too brusque. She took a deep breath. Sister Zihua, Wei Dai is a man, and he is 30 years old. No matter what happens, Can he not handle it by himself? He should handle anything that happens by himself. Sister Zihua, if you have to settle everything for him, is he your boyfriend or your son? As for other matters, there is no need to bother about it. Wei De keeps using Wei Wei as an excuse. Wei Wei is his nephew. Besides the son that you will have, you can't possibly have another nephew to take care of. Sister Zihua had too much on her mind. She could not bear to part with Wei De, and she had her mind on Wei Wei. It was no wonder that she would make such a grave mistake during her mission. If Jiao Nan had not spoken to Zai Sheng on the phone and knew that he had just had surgery, she would definitely make a phone call to Zai Sheng to give him a lecture. As the regiment commander in the army, Zai Sheng was too daring to allow Zihua to carry out the mission given that she was in such a mental state. All right, I will try to do it. I want you to be certain. I don't want you to be unsure. Zihua gritted her teeth at the thought of Zai Sheng's bloodied arms. Don't worry. I will definitely do it. If Wei De comes to the army camp, I will not see him. I will not answer his phone call as well. I promise that I will not leave the army camp to go to Pingcheng unless I am in a better mental state. Qiao Nan felt slightly better that she had the answer she wanted. Sister Zihua, don't be too reproachful on yourself. I believe that by the time you are composed enough to handle your relationship with Wei De, you will be able to return to the army to carry out missions. As for the training of the new recruits, just take it as a break for you. Okay. Zihua let out a long breath. What worried her most was that Jiao Nan kept silent and did not request anything of her. Now that Jiao Nan had requests of her, Zihua did not feel as stifled as before. Of course, she had to fulfill her promise to Jiao Nan in order to feel better. Jiao Nan, I won't keep you from your studies. Do I dial this number if I want to contact you in the future? Chapter 878. Not curious at all. Yes, you can call me on this number. Jiao Nan nodded. She was worried that Zihua's resolve would be shaken if Wei De went looking for her. If there was no one for her to discuss with or to give her a reminder, Zihua might be confused again. Now that she thought of it, Jiao Nan began to feel anxious. She was a student. If Zihua called her, she might not be able to be on standby 24 hours a day to answer her call and remind her to stand firm. Okay, goodbye. Zihua was unaware of Jiao Nan's concerns. After listening to her suggestion, she hung up her phone and immediately volunteered to take part in the training of the new recruits for this year. She was afraid that if she delayed further, she would have second thoughts. Given Zihua's position in the army, the higher UPS usually would not allow her to take part in the training of new recruits. It would be a waste of her talents. However, Zihua could not be bothered with that. She might have to take responsibility for her failure in the mission and be demoted to the position where she needed to train the new recruits. She was simply getting ready for the tasks in advance. Jiao Nan still looked sullen even after speaking with Zihua. When Shi Qing came looking for her at night, she still had the same expression. Shi Qing grew cautious upon seeing Jiao Nan. Jiao Nan, are you angry at my family? I am indeed in a bad mood, but it is not due to your family. I just spoke to Brother Zai. He was shot in the arms because of Sister Zihua. Jiao Nan lowered her voice. Thankfully, her 3 roommates had yet to return to the dormitory. She was still not quite used to talking about Zai Sheng openly. Why did this happen? Shi Qing turned serious at the mention of Zai Sheng's injuries. Jiao Nan reiterated Zihua's words to Shi Qing. This is what happened. Sister Zihua is too. Our brother Zai's injuries serious. He was shot in the arms. The bullets have been removed. He should be all right. Don't be angry. Brother Zai did not tell you anything as he did not want you to worry or have conflicts with Sister Zihua. Did the old chief and Auntie Miao know about it? Shi Qing did not know what else to say. She had nothing to say about Zihua. Zihua had lost her senses because of Wei De. She had known Sister Zihua for a long time. This was the first time that she committed such a stupid mistake. I am not sure. I have no time to care about this. I suppose they will not tell me even if they know about it. Brother's Eye was worried, and so were the old chief and Auntie Meow. They would certainly favor their daughter over their daughter-in-law. They must be worried that she would have some misgivings toward her sister-in-law because of what happened. Have you tidied your dormitory? Shi Qing had not been to her dormitory before going to the Feng family's residence. Moreover, do you intend to stay in school or the Feng family's residence? The Feng family had more than one car. It would not be a problem to send Shi Qing to school and pick her up daily. No, I will stay in school. The Feng family wanted her to stay at home, but Shi Qing was unwilling. It was okay to fetch her to and fro for a few days. But it would be a hassle to do that for 4 years. Shi Qing understood that keeping a proper distance from others would be a way to maintain a good relationship with them. She must cherish the fact that her 2 uncles and aunties treated her well. She must not take it for granted that she was the only young lady at home and felt too smug about it. If she was not careful, they might end up in a bad relationship. Shi Qing would not do the same things or commit the same mistake that Qiu Chenxi had made. Okay. Xiaonan lay on the bed lazily. The new semester had yet to start, but she already felt very tired. She did not feel like sitting up once she lay down on the bed. Oiao Nan, today, Shi Qing hesitated slightly. She wanted to explain to Xiaonan regarding the Feng family's attitude toward her today. Xiaonan's head was pillowed on her hands. She said softly, "There is no need for any explanation. I am not Grandpa Mao. I do not need to be liked by everyone. Don't worry. Regardless of the reason, I will not be bothered by it." They were Shi Qing's relatives, not hers. It was only by pure coincidence that they met today. Of course, from today onward, she would try her best to avoid such encounters. Shi Qing did not feel better at Xiaonan's words. Instead, she felt worse. She had tried hard to sort out the misunderstanding today, but none of her relatives would believe her. This time, she had meant to work on Xiaonan, hoping that she would show the Feng family through actions that she was as good as what Shi Qing had said to clear up the misunderstanding. However, Xiaonan did not seem to care about the Feng family's attitude toward her. She had no intention of changing their attitude toward her. She was fully at ease. Shi Qing was the only one who was upset. Shi Qing looked gloomy. "Xiaonan, I know that this is unfair to you. They don't know you. They shouldn't have judged you in such a way. But discretion is the better part of valor. The Feng family has a lot of influence in the capital. If I have to transfer to another school or something else happens, I will be more assured that my grandparents will take good care of you." Xiaonan propped her head on one hand and looked at Shi Qing. "Have you been brainwashed by your dad and brother's eye? There are a lot of new recruits at Peking University this year. I am here to study. I am not here to create havoc or invite troubles. According to what you said, all of the new recruits this year have strong backing like the Feng family. That's not it. At times, you may not seek trouble, but trouble will come looking for you." Shi Qing sounded like her nanny. Xiaonan chuckled. "I appreciate your kind intentions. You can rest assured that this will not happen. On the other hand, if you keep putting in a good word for me in front of the Feng family, asking them to take good care of me, given their attitude today, your plan may backfire on you. People from the Feng family will create trouble for me instead." Shi Qing paused momentarily. She scratched her head in agony. "Xiaonan, aren't you curious about why they treated you in such a manner?" "No," Xiaonan replied coldly. Shi Qing seemed to be upset at her reply. Xiaonan gave in and pacified her. "But I can tell that it is due to my engagement to Brother's Eye and that you are on close terms with me, helping me carry my bags." "Yes," Shi Qing replied sullenly. "There is another reason that you must not have thought of. Qiu Chenxi is out of her mind. She called the Feng family and sputtered nonsense to them. Chapter 879. Are you not angry? They thought that, forget it. I don't feel like repeating her words. It will upset me further. According to her mother and her grandparents, she was too young and simple. She could not tell evil from the good. She had been betrayed by others, yet she still treated them like her friends. Shi Qing grew annoyed at the Feng family's perception of her. That was not being simple and innocent. They thought that she was being stupid. Xiao Nan finally understood why Shi Qing was so frustrated. She seemed like a restless lion that bared its teeth, letting out guttural snarls and threatening growls. Shi Qing abhorred what Qiu Chenexai had done. As an outsider, Xiao Nan knew and understood Shi Qing. However, the Feng family chose to believe Qiu Chenexai's words instead of listening to Shi Qing's explanation. It was no wonder that she insisted on staying in school. Shi Qing might spurt blood out of anger if the Feng family kept nagging at her. It's all right that my grandparents believed her words. But I don't understand why my mom behaves like them. She has seen it for herself how Qiu Chenexai bullied me during all those years in Modu when Qiu Chenexai and my aunt visited my grandparents, yet she believes in an outsider instead of her daughter. Xiao Nan, I am very disappointed in my mom. Shi Qing choked back her tears. Xiao Nan wrinkled her eyebrows. Why did all of them come sobbing and complaining to her? Don't cry. As you have said, she is your mom, not Qiu Chenexai's mom. I suppose she is anxious for you and cares a lot for you. One can never be too careful. What if I am really a bad person and you are deceived by me? You have been staying in Pingcheng for the past 2 years. You did not spend a lot of time with your mom. Initially, the reason why you did not want to go back to the Feng family's residence must be due to the fact that you have mixed emotions now that you are back in the capital, the place you call home. Your mom feels similar emotions as well. She wants to treat you well and wants to show it through her actions. However, you have always been independent. She does not have the chance to show her concern for you. Therefore, she sees this as a good chance to show her concern for you. Shi Qing merely had a small misunderstanding with the Feng family. Shi Qing wiped her eyes. My mom dislikes you. How can you be so calm? Aren't you angry? I am glad for you that you could have what I don't have and I hope that you can cherish it. To put it bluntly, many people dislike me. Your mom is merely one of them. Shi Qing burst out in laughter. She was amused. No matter what, I am relieved after hearing what you said today. After talking to Xiao Nan, Shi Qing knew how she should handle Xiao Nan's relationship with the Feng family. It's good that you are relieved. It is 10 o'clock. Before we come to the capital, we have promised our dads that we will not develop the habit of staying out late into the night. You should go back to sleep. Xiao Nan stretched herself. If not for Shi Qing, she might have already fallen asleep. Xiao Nan already had a lot to worry about. She had no wish to bother herself with such matters. When one had too many worries, one simply stopped worrying about them. She had too many worries and concerns that she simply gave up troubling herself with finding a solution. It was such a hot day. She might as well sleep so that she would not feel the heat anymore. All right. Shi Qing stood up. Aren't there a total of 4 people in the dormitory? Why are you the only one here? Where are the other 3 girls? They must be having fun outside. Aren't you joining them? I can't fool around. I am attached. Xiao Nan raised her left hand where her ring was. They were in college and their parents were not around to discipline them. Many college students would take the opportunity to indulge themselves. Particularly Tang Jiayun, who dressed up and encouraged her roommates, Yu Xiaoxiao and Lu Yan, to put on makeup and participate in a get-together with her. They sauntered out of the dormitory after dressing up to meet the good-looking male students from the computing faculty. Xiao Nan rejected Tang Jiayun's invitation to go along with them. The male students from the computing faculty must be nerdy. Good-looking? Hopefully, Tang Jiayun and the two of them would not return in disappointment. Shi Qing pursed her lips. You are right. If you fool around, brothers, I will make life difficult for me. Let's keep a watch on each other. We shall not participate in those activities that we are not supposed to take part in. I am sleepy as well. I will take a shower and sleep. Good night. Good night. Shi Qing yawned on her way back to her dormitory. After a shower, she placed her clothes in the basin, intending to wash them tomorrow, when her cell phone rang. Feng Cheng bought a new cell phone for Shi Qing this afternoon. She told Shi Peng of Shi Qing's new cell phone number, lest Shi Peng could not reach her. Qing Qing, it is me. Mom. Qing Qing, are you still angry? Feng Cheng knew that her daughter had left the house in anger. They had been separated for so long. As her mother, she did not get to see her daughter often. Now that she finally came to the capital to study and they had more chances to see each other, she did not get to have a good chat with her daughter before she left in anger. Feng Cheng felt as if she was on pins and needles. It was unnecessary to anger her daughter because of an outsider. I am no longer angry. Really? Feng Cheng was surprised. She had thought that Qing Qing would stay angry for quite some time. Since a young age, Qing Qing was stubborn like Shi Peng. Yes. I have thought it through. You should know Qiu Chenxi's personality as well. Since you believe her instead of me. It only goes to show that we lack communication. I am not in a hurry to get you to change your mind. As distance tests a horse's strength, time reveals a person's heart. Mom, I have grown up. I am able to judge for myself. I can understand your worry and concern for me. I will be studying in the capital for 4 years. There are bound to be more interactions in the future. You will eventually know whether it is a misunderstanding or not. There will eventually be an answer. Mom, the school has arranged for us to go through military training. I will have to turn off the cell phone tomorrow. By then, you will not be able to reach me. Don't let your thoughts run wild and doubt that I am angry and hence I don't answer your call. It is the instructor who does not allow us to use the cell phone. Oh, sure. When will the military training end? Feng Cheng was more than happy that her daughter did not throw tantrums and talked nicely to her. It will take 10 days to half a month. When it is over and I can turn on the phone, I will give you a call. Shi Qing could not help but yawn. Mom, it is late. I am exhausted after taking a long train ride. I will go to sleep first. Mom, good night. Please say good night to my grandparents. Dad, Mom, Qing Qing says her good night to you. An honest Feng Cheng relayed Shi Qing's words without another thought. Shi Qing and the two people on the other end of the phone rolled their eyes. They were rendered speechless by Feng Cheng's words. In the end, old Master Feng cleared his throat, raising his voice slightly. Qing Qing, since you are tired, you should go to sleep. We will talk after your military training is over. Chapter 880. Let's meet her next time. Sure, Grandpa. I will go to sleep first. Goodbye. Shi Qing ended the call after saying her greeting. Grandma Feng said softly, Isn't Qing Qing angry that we eavesdropped on her conversation? Not angry. Old Master Feng was certain. But she should have been angry. Qing Qing did not like this kind of behavior. All right, Cheng Cheng, Qing Qing is asleep. You should sleep too. You are already a mother, yet you are not as gracious as your child. I am relieved that Qing Qing is not angry with me. Dad, Mom, I will go to sleep. Both of you should sleep as well. You are usually asleep by now. Feng Cheng looked happy now that she had set her heart at ease. Grandma Feng felt at ease as well. Old man, let's sleep. Unlike Feng Cheng and Grandma Feng who had set their hearts at ease, Old Master Feng narrowed his eyes, deep in thought. He lay down on the bed and made a random comment. If Qing Qing wants to bring the young lady to our house next time, just let her do so. Grandma Feng, who was about to drift off to sleep, sat up, shocked. Old man, did you say wrongly or have I heard you wrong? Why will you allow such a young lady to our house? I disagree. Qing Qing was a good child, unlike other people who were scheming. She could not feel reassured that Qing Qing was friends with someone who was so complicated. Old Master Feng took off his shirt and lay on the bed. He did not say anything else, ignoring Grandma Feng who was sitting on the bed. Grandma Feng could tell from her husband's attitude that he was serious. There was no room for discussion. Old Master Feng had years of experience. He understood that one could not judge someone based on their looks. It was not accurate to judge someone based on their looks. And neither was it right to judge someone based on what other people said. Old Master Feng could see the changes in his granddaughter as well as her firm attitude. He felt that it would be worth it to get to know Jiaonan better. Old Master Feng was not really fond of Qiu Chenxi. If his precious granddaughter was not seen carrying the bags for someone else today, he would not have such a strong dislike for Jiaonan. Now that he had calmed down slightly and his granddaughter did not kick up a fuss over what happened today, Old Master Feng knew that it must be under Jiaonan's influence that his granddaughter could be so reasonable and calm. She could not have sorted out her thoughts by herself. However, he did not have any interaction with Jiaonan. Hence, he could not judge her person. Therefore, he did not tell his wife what was on his mind. Since Old Master Feng had already said so, even if Grandma Feng did not understand his intention, she could not go against his wishes. Furthermore, Grandma Feng knew that Jiaonan would be taking part in the long period of military training with Shi Qing. Nobody knew if Shi Qing would bring Jiaonan to the Feng family's residence or not. Grandma Feng did not wish to quarrel with her husband because of something that might not take place. Therefore, she lay on the bed and drifted off to sleep. Jiaonan had no idea that the Feng family was troubled because of her. She had no intention of gaining their approval or clearing up the misunderstanding. However, those around Shi Qing could tell that Jiaonan had a positive influence on her. Although Jiaonan did not bother to speak up for herself, discerning people would be able to tell the truth from the lies. After the admission exercise was completed, the new batch of freshmen had to go through military training. Before the start of the military training, there was a minor incident in the school. Every student who stayed in the dormitory had to go through door access to get into the dormitory. The three roommates in Jiaonan's dormitory had too much fun outside. They must have drunk too much wine and returned late to the dormitory. Moreover, they also caused a ruckus when they returned to their dormitory. Students had to go through door access to get to the dormitory. However, since the school term had yet to start, the life counselor had intended to turn a blind eye to those students who were late. But the three ladies had too much to drink. They were not fearful of being late and they kicked up a ruckus at school. The life counselor told them to keep their volumes down and to hurry back to the dormitory to wash and rest. But having been unbridled from having too much wine, Tang Jiayun shouted back at the life counselor without any fear of disturbing other students. The three of them made such a din that the life counselor had no choice but to be strict with them and show them who was in charge. If she was lenient with them, they might not be fearful of her and would not listen to her instruction in the future. One could imagine what happened thereafter. School had just started and the three roommates from Jiaonan's dormitory had become famous in school for being rude and impolite to the life counselor. They became widely known figures in the female dormitory. During the military training, Tang Jiayun and the two of them hung their heads in embarrassment. They trailed behind Jiaonan as if they were her tails. Yu Xiaoxiao and Lu Yan had learned their lesson. They stopped being so close to Tang Jiayun. Instead, they were more willing to hang out with Jiaonan. Jiaonan, the weather is so hot, yet we still have to go through military training. Don't you think that the school is too inhumane? Tang Jiayun behaved herself during the military training. She would join her roommates and participate in school activities with them. I will be a few shades darker after the military training. Tang Jiayun felt like crying at the thought that she would become short, ugly, and had a dark complexion. You will become fair after winter. Xiaonan hydrated herself. Every batch of freshmen has to go through military training during the same time of the year. The school did not give anyone preferential treatment. What was there for Tang Jiayun to complain about? Forget it. Tang Jiayun knew that the school would not change the timing for the military training no matter how upset she was. However, she was unhappy and wanted to find someone to complain to. But Jiaonan was indifferent to her complaints. Tang Jiayun was unhappy that she had no one to rant to. Women would forge friendships through gossiping and they would also sever ties because of gossip. There was nothing to gossip about between Jiaonan and Tang Jiayun. Therefore, there was no way that they could be close to each other. Look, do you think what I said is true? Yes, it seems like it. The instructor seems to be sneaking glances at Jiaonan. Yu Xiaoxiao and Lu Yan were whispering to each other. I notice that the instructor has been casting several glances in our direction. But, are you sure he is looking at Jiaonan? She only knew that the instructor was indeed looking toward their class. However, she was not sure who the instructor was looking at.